Hi, everybody. This is Cyndy Reid, Cyndy Reid Fitness, the Strong with Age system. And this is Triceps Secrets Part 2. So in the first video, I showed you how to really engage the triceps and how to kind of make that go slowly and fluidly through long lever motions. That holds true. And today I want to give you an additional tip that you can do anywhere without any modalities or anything. I learned this from one of my mentors years ago, who was an ex-Joffrey ballet dancer. He was amazing. And he taught me how to do this. And since then, I've really adapted it and taught my clients, and it works. And so it doesn't take much. You want to create your own resistance with your arms. So you want to make sure that you're really holding them nice and tight. You found that tricep engagement. You can really access the tricep at the elbow, so those muscles are firing. And from that point, you're just, and I know some of you have seen this, you're just going to start moving your arms up and down, trying to create your own resistance, bringing them together, pushing them back down, simultaneously pulling those shoulder blades down so that you don't go up into the upper trapezius. And so you want to kind of create wind here. I always think about pushing through water in a pool, creating your own resistance. Spread those fingers wide, whether you're going up or down and back, up and down and back, or just simply making circles, bringing them in, bringing them out. It's an incredible thing, and it doesn't take many of them. Just do this for 30 seconds a day, every day, to get the brain and those triceps connected. That's the biggest mistake I see people doing is, they'll do some tricep kickbacks or some of these, and they'll do them very fast and not get that full range of motion. So that's one of the things. Press together, press apart, create full range of motion, pull, push, pull, push, up, down, up, down. By doing these exercises, you're also bringing muscles of the shoulders and the core into place. And that's one of the reasons I like it. It's more than just the triceps, but it's very effective with the triceps. Okay, secondly, if you have a band, all right, I've attached it to a carabiner, which is attached to a U-bolt attached to the wall. I've got a high, a mid, and a low. I'm going to show you on the mid section right now. So, for example, let's say you have this band. You can then pull out and down. So you've already established the connection from the brain to the muscles that keep your arms straight. So doing those exercises I told you in the beginning establishes that connection so that when you now add a prop or weight, you can continue to keep those arms very straight and connect full range of motion from shoulder to elbow. All right, you can stand from the side and bring it out. Now you see how these fingers are wiggling? That's very, very important. I've kind of hooked my thumb right there, and I'm not gripping because I want to make sure that my triceps are doing the work. So it looks like this from the side. I've pulled it out, and I'm coming back in, releasing very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, hold 2. Release 2, 3, 4. So the act of going slowly and doing a 4, 2, 4 count really accesses the muscles in a grander way, a bigger range of motion. It also brings more muscle recruitment from the rest of the body because it's much more difficult to not grip and go slowly, regardless of the movement, than it is to go fast and let the band just pull you backwards or this. You're going to hurt yourself if you do something like that. The same thing goes for if you're doing it with dumbbells. You're going to use the same technique. First, engage those triceps, already get them going. before you ever begin anything. So they're already engaged. And regardless of where the arms go, you're in that same 4-2-4 position, being able to hold. And notice the wiggly fingers here, right? So I'm in my triceps and my shoulder blades, the entire range of motion, as opposed to this kind of thing, where I'm not in my triceps at all. So I'm going to squeeze. And folks, that's hard to do at first. So be patient. Be very patient. Lift, hold. Regardless of where the arms go, you're in those triceps. And as you lower down, you stay in the triceps. And again, the act of going slow with a 4-count, 2-count, 4-count formula brings in more muscle recruitment and makes those triceps work even harder, along with shoulder blades and abs. So again, I've already engaged my triceps before I ever begin. I'm going to keep them tight through the entire range of motion. And some of you may be out here for various shoulder issues, that's fine. And then slowly release down. And as I release down, I'm maintaining that tricep. If you can't do this with a dumbbell, it's too heavy. And you need to go back to those first few exercises that I showed you to engage the triceps and get the brain muscle connection. All right? Okay, so to recap, you want to pump the arms in various ranges of motion. Try to do it for, 30 seconds, work up to a minute, and you can increase the speed. But you want to bring them up, pull them down, bring them forward, pull them back, pull them behind you, press behind you. The entire time, right? These don't let go. And that's the crux right there, getting the brain and these muscles to really stay connected the entire time. In the beginning, you're going to have to shake them out and do some stretches and release. And that's fine. Work up to, 30, 45 seconds to a minute. The other thing you can do is just hold them over the top of your head and maintain this straight position, which also brings all of this spine and core into the workout. You just hold them and not let the elbows bend. Just keep re-squeezing. Okay. 2, you're going to do the 4-2-4 count formula. So wherever you move them, if it's with a band or a weight, regardless of the movement, you're going to not over grip, wiggle the fingers, and move on 4, hold for 2. Move on 4, hold 1, hold 2. Move on 4, hold 1, hold 2. Okay? Move on 4, hold 1, hold 2. Wiggle the fingers. Move on 4, hold 1, hold 2. Move on 4, hold 1, hold 2. And slowly move on 4, continuing the range of motion so the triceps are completely engaged the entire time. So with this formula, because you're bringing in more muscle recruitment and you've got a bigger range of motion on these arms, the shoulders and the core, you don't have to do as many repetitions. So think about that. You can do less repetitions and get more bang for your buck, so to speak, and have, sculpted arms. Now, it takes some time, again, for the brain and the muscles to connect such that you can maintain the tricep contraction throughout every range of motion, okay? So give yourself time and be patient, all right? Go for time when you're doing these first pump arms. Again, 30 minutes, work up to a minute, work up to 2 minutes. Shake them out in between. It works. 4-2-4 formula, range of motion. You can do less repetitions because you're recruiting more muscle. It's very effective. So I hope you try it and just play around with it and see what you come up with. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So look for my upcoming offers. I'm going to in probably 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be finished writing all of the member area content. And I finally decided to name it the Body Boss Lifestyle Boot Camp. It's going to be 6 weeks of the most amazing stuff. You'll see me every day for 6 weeks. There'll be videos and PDFs and lives, and I might have some guest speakers come in, but it's complete lifestyle transformation boot camp. Fitness, nutrition, stress. I'm so excited about it. I've been working on it for about 7 months now, and I'm finally ready to offer it. So just watch, because I'm going to be, dripping out some abs and other things like that. But I hope this helps give you tricep things to do. On one last note, I love push-ups, whether it be full body or on your knees. The thing you want to worry about or think about with push-ups is, again, full range of motion. So regardless of where you are on the knees or the feet, you want to lower down slowly in that 4 count, hold for 2, and then slowly push back up. And when you do, make sure that you get this full contraction right here. None of this. All right? Working range of motions that aren't complete create gaps in the muscle strength and can actually cause injury. So just be aware of that. More on that later, especially in the Body Boss Lifestyle Boot Camp. All right. Thanks for watching, folks, and I will see you later. Ciao, baby. Woohoo!